Hello everyone, today I want us to have a candid conversation about something that people used to value so much long time ago or in the past years, but nowadays it seems like people are getting out of it. And that is, why do we have a decrease in marriage? Why do we have a trend where young people don't want to marry anymore? There is a trend where we are having a lot of, now the instigator of this is that I've realized that there is a trend where we are having a lot of single mothers, or rather women who have given birth out of wedlock. And I ask myself, these women are an age that they can get married. But why is it that these men don't want to get married with them or married to them? Now I want to read you some statistic here, and this is the decline in marriage rates in the global trend, with various factors contributing to this shift. Here are some key statistics and insights. Global trends. Marriage rates have decreased in almost all countries, with a notable decline in OECD countries from 2000 to 2025. The average marriage rates across OECD nations dropped from approximately 5.1 to 3.8 per 1,000 people. That means we have a difference of about 2% in the decline of people who are getting married daily. Now, in the US, marriage rates for women aged 15 and older declined from 2011 to 2021, with a rate of 14.9 marriages per 1,000 women in 2021, down from 16.3 a decade earlier. The divorce rate dropped to 6.9 in 2021 from 9.7 in 2011. Now, cohabitation may be one of the contributing factors on why women don't want or why people don't want to get married. Now, the increase in cohabitation has become increasingly common, with unmarried couples living together in the US and other countries. Demographic changes. The decline in marriage rates is linked to demographic changes, including birth rates, economic patterns, and social connections that redefine what commitment and stability looks like today. These statistics highlight the complex and multifaceted nature of the decline in marriage rates, reflecting broader societal shift and changing individual preferences. Now, this is the these are statistics about marriage, and as you can see that in both statistics, we have had a decline in marriage by more than 2%. Now, what are the biggest factors that lead to people not getting married? If you're out there and you're listening to this show, after you subscribe and after you like the show, please do tell me, as a man out there, as a woman out there, what has made you not want to get married, even though you are at the age where you want to be, where is deemed as a marriage age? Let's say you're above 18. In most of the countries, the marriage age starts from 18 years. Let's say you are at that age. What is it that is making you not want to get married? I would like to hear from you. Tell me, why do you fear marriage? Why do you fear, even let alone doing a wedding? Why don't you just want to get married? Whether you are a man, whether you are a woman. What is so important or what is so difficult in the marriage that you do feel like, okay, I don't want to get married right now? Now, one of the biggest shifts that have caused marriage to be difficult is because of something known as economic patterns. Now, what is this? When we talk about economic patterns, we mean that, let's say you want to get married and then you look for someone, but you realize they have more wants, or they want to have a better life than you can offer. They want a good car, they want a better house, they want a mansion, they want trips monthly to different parts of the world. Even if you're married, even if you are working and you have a job, maybe you won't fall for that because you'll feel like this one will drain you and will get money out of your pocket, and at last you'll be broke. And another thing that people have found out is once you get broke, however much you're in a relationship, these people are going to leave. So the most important aspect is for you to stay out of it. And I think that is what most of the men do think. And I think economical factors are what are leading people to not want to get married. Money, financial stability, and sometimes the world has become so rugged. Cases of infidelity are everywhere. Women are cheating, men are cheating, and all these sums up to something known as trust issues. A lot of people don't know whom to trust. They feel like I may be living with you in this house, but after 2 months or after you give me a child, I don't know if you'll get someone out there or one of your exes is coming to will get back and they'll be having everything with you. So, guys, one of the biggest challenges that I do think uh, people not getting married is because they do fear that infidelity is on the rampant. Now, as we discuss these matters, I want you to be part of the conversation through the comment section. Please do like, subscribe, share the show, and also tell us what experience have you had with marriage, or what do you think is so fierce in marriage that you don't want to get into it. Now, this question goes to people. Most of the time, now the most important thing is this question goes to people who are not married. But if you're married and you want to give some of the information, some of your experience in marriage, then do tell us in the comment section. Let us have a chat. Let us talk. Let us help each other in the conversation. Now, another thing that I want to tell you is economic factors do not fall only on money. Economic factors do fall into things such as gifts and prizes. You can get someone who prefers to be gifted every evening when you come back home. Now, what does that do? You will not fall for it, especially if you are a broke person or if you are a young man or a young woman who is trying to get your life together. Let's say you just got your first job, just got employed, or you just started your small business and it is trying to grow and you are a founder. What that does is the person that you want to marry is giving you an option. It is either you spend on me the money that you get or invest it back to yourself or to your business. Now, most of the men or most of the young people with the knowledge that they've gotten around, they do prefer that I better invest that money on myself because I will never leave myself. Imagine investing everything that you have to someone else, and then after 2-3 months, they choose to leave. Just imagine. You buy them a good house, you buy them a good car, you give them everything that you can ever think of. You give them that movie life, that 50 shades, or the 365 days. And then after the 365 days ends, they say, okay, I found another person who can treat me better. Or or I just need to focus on myself. Especially, that is what they say. That's what people tell you. They'll tell you things like, you're not the problem, I'm the problem. Or I just need to focus on myself. Or you're just a good person, but the fact is that I just want to be alone. I just want to have that time. So, ladies and gentlemen of the show, I want you to tell me, what has been your experience? And I'll be reading your comments right here on the show. So let me take my screen right here so that I can see your comments and we can have a good time. So talk to me. Let us have that chat. Let us talk. So the biggest question that I'm asking you is, what is your experience when it comes to matters marriage? What have you heard in your marriage? What have you experienced? That is what I'm asking, the biggest question. So I need you to tag us on the social media platforms at DJ Fatty De La Cruz or the Fatty De La Cruz podcast, and do make sure that your friends do hear us, talk to us, make us be listened everywhere, and do also um, tag us on TikTok, especially on TikTok at DJ Fatty De La Cruz, because that is where we do talk most of the time. We do have these conversations. Yeah. So guys, let us go back. Another case that is making young men or women don't want to get married, I think, is the cases of divorce, historical cases of divorce. A young man gets his life together, and they're like, if I marry, I'm going to lose half of my property on this and this and this and that. And they say, you know what? I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to be part of marriage because I don't want to end up in a court, or I don't want to end up somewhere where I'm going to lose everything that I have fought so much for, something that I've spent all my life trying to acquire. So I think these are the critical matters that have made people fear to get into marriage. Matters such as marriage, matters such as divorce. I think matters such as money and finance, and matters such as divorce. I think these are the critical matters that have made people fear marriage. It is not that because marriage is bad, and it is not that because uh, people will not wish to want to get to marry into marriage, but people are just not ready for the surprises that are coming with marriage. And I've told you, infidelity, divorce, these are matters, critical matters that until they are addressed, I don't see the young people going back onto that curve where we shall be saying that marriage has been embraced by everyone around us. Now, when you look at your neighborhood, right? When you look at your neighborhood, there's something that you shall realize. You shall realize that we have these young men, let's say they're in their 30s, their 20s, young men and women that are still staying at their mothers and at their fathers' houses. And the funny thing is, these guys even have a job. They do have great jobs out there. They're not ready to start their own houses. They're not ready to build their own houses. They just do feel like they're not ready for anything. So what is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is happening? So I want you to like the show. For those who are watching, please do like the show. Give us those give us those comments. Let us chat. What is your view about marriage? What do you think? Mm? Ladies and gentlemen, let us talk. What is your experience with relationships? Mm? Do you have any reason why you're not married and you're staying at home, even though you wish to be married, or even though you're at that age where you feel like at this moment I should be married? I want you to give me a chat. Link me up. Let us talk. Let us have that candid talk. Because it is by you giving us information, then we shall understand why young men and women don't want to get married, why they're not getting into marriage. Yeah. You can also call me right now on 07 or 4540 926. Yeah. So now I can see on Twitch, Jaxie is saying that I do think marriage has become so expensive. People have moved out of love and they do feel like they're entitled to having whatever they want in a relationship. Yeah, Diana. Diana is saying, for me, I fear the fact that I have to commit all my life to someone and I have to commit everything that I have to someone who will not understand that I also need the freedom. Yeah, guys, as you can see, people are saying whatever they feel. And another user, let me see the name, ja- Janice. Janice says, there is no benefit of me getting into marriage while I can get the same privilege outside marriage. Wow, that is so cold. That is so cold. So let me read the last user. A lot of people are commenting on Twitch. So yeah, let me read the last user. Let me choose which one is the best. Villa here says that what is the fancy in marriage if you cannot do whatever you want? Why should I let someone else control my life? Do I not have a mind to do so? Damn, you guys are called out here. So I've realized one thing. Most of you don't want, especially to ladies, you don't want to get into marriage because you do feel like you shall lose out on your freedom. And you do feel like the moment you fall into love, then you'll have to stop whatever things you're doing. But what is it that you guys are doing that you don't want to lose? Is it partying? Is it going to the clubs? Is it going to the church? What is it that you're doing that you don't want to get married? Which freedom are you talking about that you shall lose? I want to know, why do you say that if you get into marriage you shall lose your freedom? Which freedom are you talking about? Give me a call on 0704540926 and we shall talk and chat. Or you can comment on our social media platforms. In fact, here on YouTube, live chat up with me and tell me, which freedom do you think you shall lose when you get into marriage? I really want to know, because I don't see any big thing that we lose out. Now, men can say that they will lose out on partying. They'll have to cut off their homeboys because mama will get mad. Or yeah, I think things that boys will lose on are a lot. You'll have to lose on going out to watch the late night match. Let's say Liverpool is playing Manchester United at 10 p.m. and you want to go to the club and chill and watch with friends. You shall have to cut on that. Guys, what is it that you ladies are saying you shall lose out on? What is so important? Which freedom is so important that you don't want to lose? I'm so interested in knowing, because it will help us. It will help us understand why on the ladies' side you say that you're going to lose on freedom. Because, or maybe, is it watching TV? Is it watching soaps? Is that the freedom that you will lose on? Yeah, let me know. Let me let me understand you. I need to get that deep understanding of the word you mean freedom, because I've seen more ladies on Twitter commenting that they shall lose out on freedom. So I'm trying to ask, which freedom will you lose on? Now, chat on YouTube, give me that freedom that you think you're going to lose on once you get into marriage. I do feel that one of the biggest freedom that I can ever lose if I were to get into marriage is the fact that I will lose on creating content. Because I've realized one thing with content: it consumes a lot of energy, it consumes a lot of time. You have to think about your next video, you have to script it, you have to write it, you have to set up the equipments, you have to do everything the right way, because you're talking to more than enough people out there, and you're not just shooting the video for yourself, because at last you want to have that audience that is going to listen to you. So my biggest fear is that And if it is not that, then I'll lose out on coding, because anytime I'm always consumed with learning Go, learning Rust, learning Python, because I'm always reading a new concept. But for you people out there, which is that freedom that you say, if I am to bring someone, or I'm to tell someone to move in and live with me, this is the freedom that I'm going to lose? Talk to me. It is an important conversation that we are supposed to have right here, and I do hope that it will help us know factors that lead us, that control us in our life. I have had a difficult moment. You walk into a place and you see men above 25 years. They're not married and they do not have any worry. They're not worrying about anything that maybe, oh, they're getting old. They don't care. Women out there, they also don't care. They don't care if they get married or not. They just want to live their life, whether it is at their parents' house. They don't like, guys, what is going on? Give me a chat. And if you have not subscribed to the show, please do so, because it is an important topic that we are talking about. And I do hope that we are going to find a solution to this problem that we are having right now. Now, let me read the statistical data that I can see right here. And I want each of you to read